Hi guys, today is April 17th, 2020. Futures are ripping higher, about 700 points pre-market. On people very excited about Gilead's drug remdesivir showing a lot of promise and early study. And also President Trump said yesterday that we're going to open the economy and some of the states very carefully. So people are very excited about that, and they're jumping into stocks. So let's also jump into S&P 500, stock symbol SPY. So as you can see, like I said, it's going higher this morning. And but it's a lot of excitement, and I don't know, I feel like there is a lot of disconnect between this stock movement and the overall economic picture, but people think that in 12 months we're going to recover big time, and I don't know if this is going to be true. So we are retracing this move from down to $218 to like $286. It's almost like 60% retracement of this move, and I think it's too high in my opinion. And S&P 500 is trading at PE that's a little bit too high to me, like 21, 22 PE. And I think you should be very careful, but I've been saying this before, and it's still going higher. So, and I think that as long as people are bearish and saying that it doesn't make sense that the market is going higher, it's going to continue to go higher. But in general, I look for pockets of opportunities and staying with the market, even though I think it's overbought a little bit, and there's a disconnect. Okay, so let's jump to corporate news. Of course, I have to talk about Gilead. So Gilead Sciences reported that they see positive data in some of their studies. They're conducting 2 studies actually for severe patients and not so severe patients, and they see in both cases that their drug remdesivir is working. So the market is very excited about this, and futures are actually reflecting that. And Gilead is ripping higher, trading around $85, closer to $90. And early $90, I will be looking to sell Gilead because it's not going to be a major driver for Gilead, this drug, believe it or not. And the studies are also not completely finished, and there are a lot of unknowns because it's not been studied against the controlled group. So let it go. I mean, if you're holding shares, let it go. And I think the sheer excitement can take the shares even higher to like 90 plus. And then we'll be looking to sell Gilead. Okay, so in separate news, Moderna. Okay, Moderna reported that they have received $483 million in funding from federal governments to accelerate their vaccine development. And they also reported that their phase 2 study of their vaccine will start in summer, and phase 3 will start in May. Moderna is trading a pre-market at $48. Wow, I mean, it's very high. I mean, I've been recommending Moderna in the 20s like for about the last 2 months, and right now it's trading at $48. I think it the whole excitement may take this to over $50, and then I will be looking to sell Moderna because I think it's very high in my opinion. Okay, so let's move on to other stocks. AMC is ripping higher this morning because people are excited about the reopening, and people think that we're going to go to the movies right away, and this stock is very much high this morning. But I've heard that I've been reading before that they were playing like bankruptcy filings and stuff like that, so I would be very careful with this stock. I actually more excited about EPR Properties. EPR is the company that's leasing out their properties to AMC. So that stock is also higher, but they have a much better financial position. They have money for stock buyback and dividends. And if you want to buy AMC, consider APR first. So I would be careful with AMC. Okay, so WORX news, and some people were asking me about this company, and the 8K report, which is the report that shows the unscheduled material events of the company that relevant to shareholders. They show that a couple of orders from Rethink Healthcare and Pro Medical Healthcare for their COVID-19 tests. I would be very careful with this company because these tests, orders, are one-time tests. I would be very careful with generally with the testing companies that don't have a long-lasting contract with the government, such as like Co-Diagnostics and WORX. And these companies come up and they come down very, very quickly. Okay, a lot of credit companies are jumping this morning, such as MFA Financial and IVR, which is the INVESCO mortgage, NYMT. Okay, those companies are jumping this morning because we're planning to reopen, and obviously this elevates the pressure on them because they're buying mortgage-backed securities, and mortgage-backed securities are going higher on this news that we're planning to reopen. In general, my favorite ones are NLY Financial, NLY Management, and AGNC, and EFC. Okay, so I also like the company called Mecheric, stock symbol MAC. Okay, they came down a lot recently. That's a company that's holding shopping malls, and they have I think 52 properties, and if we reopen, this is gonna benefit this company. So MAC could be a time to look at that company. Okay, so a lot of airline shares jumping this morning, like Delta and UAL and LUV. And in a separate note, LUV asked their union for concessions to aid in this recovery. But my favorite ones is Delta, like I told you before. And I actually like JetBlue right now. So those two I will be looking at first. So ISRG reported earnings. ISRG reported yesterday top and bottom line beat, but also they said that they saw significant postponement of system sales and procedure volume in March. So, I mean, this company is a very good company. I mean, they provide robotic surgeries and very advanced in general company. And if this goes under $500, it would be a really good buy. I would be a buyer. Okay, another company in the medical device space to consider is NVCR. It's a really good company also. Their Optune system providing cancer treatment, and they are trading pretty low in my opinion. Okay, PG. So Procter Gamble, they reported earnings, reported $1.17, beat by 4 cents. Revenue came in below, and cut its full year outlook due to currency factors, but it's a good stock to be in this environment, even though it's pretty high. But if it goes below like 120, I would be a buyer. SLB, Schlumberger. So this company is struggling big time. I mean, they reported earnings that beat estimates, but they took a huge charge, like $8.5 billion charge. And in general, the oil cohort is struggling big time. I'll stay away from this company, SLB. BA finally had pretty good news. They said they're going to restart, resume the limited jet production at their Seattle facilities. And this stock is jumping higher. I mean, at $148, $149 where it's opening, it's a little bit of a gamble because I like this company in the low 20s, 120s. But maybe it's a good time to take a look at the BA a little bit closer. But I would definitely fade the open and see if I can get it lower if you want to buy it. Apple was downgraded this morning to a sell by Goldman. That points to a significant effect of COVID-19 on its sales. So Apple in general is trading very high in my opinion, considering all the things that's going on right now, and I would wait for Apple to buy it. Okay, another company that I like is actually Fuller. stock symbol FUL. Okay, so that's the company that provides, it's an adhesive maker. It previously said that it sees a lot of demand in hygiene, health, and consumer products, and also raised its dividend before. So this company was upgraded this morning by JPM to overweight with price target of 34, and it's a good company to consider in this environment. And another company that I like, that I want to consider is Columb Corporation, is CAMP. It's an interesting stock and an interesting company. It's an IT software cloud services company, and it's remotely tracking vehicles and consumer products. It was upgraded by Jefferies this morning with a price target of 8, and maybe it's a good time to look at this company, stock symbol CAMP. And the last one I'll give you is HOMB. Okay, I like this company, and it's a bank, and it was upgraded by Raymond James to outperform with a price target of $14, and it's one of the biggest banks located in Arkansas, and I think it's not a bad buy in my opinion. Pays pretty good dividend, and maybe it's time to take a look at that. So that's it, guys. That's the wrap for today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the like button, and I'll see you Monday.